Yeah, morning time, general. So, I'm see you put up a topic and I got just repeat what I always been saying, The major contributor to the monsters society create or we ourselves create is the domestic issues. The parents and now do them job the right way. The community we are fail youth them because the community as you can realize nowadays, nobody not really business about them neighbor anymore. Nobody not business about the pitting them down the road. Nobody not brave enough to be the back in the day neighborhood father and neighborhood mother. You know me I say and try guide the youth them under one community link. Every community now play them part. You see me I say? And that is the most. And it coming from the head, it coming from the people in charge as what we call the system. It coming from the leaders because the leaders are so corrupt. Leaders them wait till everything happen to you, then them start try to do something. Them not listen to the pleas of the people. So communication breakdown and in the social environments, the breakdown in communication all around need for change. People need to start the people. We not beg no good morning or good afternoon from nobody right now. But we need that people start look towards the issues where each family member, each household have and try help out. Every community need to work together. People in our world need to learn how to work together. A teamwork do this thing. You see me? You see the little girl go miss the youth, the man take a little girl and everybody out I talk about it and some people I say, them surprised because, not everybody will go missing this we get this sort of response. But that's another point, each time this thing happen, I think people are getting outraged more and more each time. And a lot of people don't pay attention to certain things in the media, so them not gonna see it. So when somebody else bring it to their attention, then them gonna talk. And yeah, you have hypocrites, you have some people not really caring at all and then just post it because they might get a couple view. But in our life, we have to change how we deal with people, man. We have to cut out the me not care about my neighbor. I'm in a business about what them do down there, so. Cause if a year place and you say you business and then when the place out of control, you don't know what to do. You have to look on government for help. Government can't help you at that time. You understand? Me have to show you, me have post a video. Somebody sent it to me last night. I'm gonna show you what I talk about. I'm tell you say the household is where this thing start, the behaviors we curb in the household, that go they gonna get worse because when them go there, them get other influence, and sometimes the outside influence is stronger than your influence inside. But may I show you a video of a youth responding to his father. The little boy come in like him about 3 or 2 or whatever. And the little youth response to the father is indicative of what is wrong in our society, what contribute to a lot of the young youth them don't have no moral compass. You understand? Just check it out.
Yes, my views. I think the problem is multifaceted. It's not sources. You have, from my experience reading through whole heap of studies in the current where it come from Jamaica, you have the history goes back long. We know some is cultural, some is political, right? So you have the source of the violence mainly single parent homes, mothers alone growing children, domestic violence against women who in turn have kids and grow them up and then become violent to them, and those boys it have a knock-on effect. Those boys becoming violent as well. There's the political system where the transition move from politicians taking care of the community to drug lords and becoming sort of a separate community, and enforcing their own laws and management and putting across, feeding, not only take care of the community, but them start to put their system or enable them in place because now people start to follow them. So now you have gun runnings and things because they become less dependent on the politicians. See? Um in order to change that, my brother, you're going to have whole heap of reform, and those reforms alone come from change the political system and that we now have. You know, we have to make crime unprofitable. You see, we have to reform the justice system and the police force and eliminate corruption. We have to increase educational levels. Just some quick things may I think about. Train people. We have to about what corruption mean and what leadership should be, so them know how hold politicians accountable. And then we need to create systems and intelligence um in the police force and focus on the hotspots them and the high risk communities. We have to break down garrisons and establish communities where people feel comfortable in. Scatter the people them and develop the existing one them. You understand? In terms of politician, both parties going to have to come together and make a concise decision. So them going to work together for stop this crime thing. And it's not a competition. Them have to firstly have the willingness for do these things. You understand? Because if them not have the willingness, then nothing are going to change. Yeah? Because you need what? Police reform, police accountability, justice reform. All of them something may come through legislation. See? So is the leaders to blame, but blaming the system alone will not help anything for change. We have to look forward and move beyond that and start to act, because we can blame, but if we don't have a willingness for hold the politicians them accountable, you can blame them. We say blaming them don't mean nothing to them. We have to clear out what is there at the moment and refit it with honest people will go through a process for become political leaders, and it's not just an elected process, it's a process where leaders have to be held accountable after a certain amount of months, and in terms of them performance and them accountability, you have to have a system where you check the politicians get vetted so we can see plainly them earnings and them history of performance. So elect somebody because you like them. You have to elect them based on them history, right? And them history of leadership. And even if them have minimum history and you trust them and them clean, then you provide certain training for them. You understand what I say? So that is my view still. I can't take up the time. There's many explanation to the source. Political, cultural, socio-economical, you know, all of that. And we have to look at all aspect of crime, not just gun crime. Right now, a little girl missing. We have to look at them some human trafficking, um, domestic violence against women, which is a big one, underreported, but is a big one. Violence against women. Could I give you the statistics from that? That is a big one, because them sort of abuse they have a big knock-on effect, right? The drug people just focus on the drugs and the gun running. Drugs is a big Jamaica is one of the top distributors of narcotics. That we see little focus on that, but that is a big running because we concentrate more on scamming. Because scamming in the news, but drugs running is a big part of the problem in Jamaica. So that are my little 2 cents still. Bless up yourself.
Morning, everybody. Based on the topic when we hear the man them a talk about. Remember the little saying, it takes a village. When you really hear nobody I really use up the saying no more. And if you think about it still, there's a whole lot more to the saying than just the couple words you hear. It takes a village. I remember when me dad grew up Jamaica before migrate and thing. Literally, it was a village where grew me. The whole of my scheme grew me. Um, if my day I road a bad and nobody see me, trust me, it reach mother before me reach me yard that I'm to enough. Got me yard and beating and wait for me. You see me? Now, if a youth grew up in a toxic village where in my city, son, I see that, and there's no man or no woman there to deter him and say, yo, that's wrong. Don't do that. You know, things say enough of that cause what I go on right now. I don't see what music can do. Make a man go take up no gun and do nothing. I don't lie to you, I love dancehall music. I that I listen to the most. Honestly, I love my old school dancehall more than anything else. Like the 90s. But regardless, even the 90s dancehall still have violence in it. You see me? But not never yet. Make more go pick up my gun. Go kill nobody. See? It takes a village, man. It's all in the upbringing of how you raise that youth. Remember saying that every child born is basically like a blank sheet. Look on a white sheet of paper, print a paper blank, and so baby stay. Now, where you put on the paper there, so the baby are going to turn out. And that story they are going to get. You understand? All boils down to the village, man. You see me? But as for the religion topic, they may not touch that still, you know. You see it? Yeah, man. And I can't go and hold that one, man. You see me?
Here we are going to know Kingston stories. Yes, that was a thing in the earlys. You see me? But you see nowadays, the village now are ridicule the ones them where stand out and I try to be positive. You see me? The same village, you understand? Because here we know, you see the young ones them in the earlys with a different mindset cause generation change. And them now becomes adult, you know, and becomes the villager now, you know. Zane, you see through the mindset that's changed from the younger days. You see me? Where everybody want to do as them like. You get me and say? Nobody now want no standard no more. You see me? So right now, no village now grow nobody because the village are ridiculed. You see me? Outstanding youth and youth will hold them head positive. And big up the criminal them. You see me? The same village. You understand what I say? I tell you, say, hey boy, you know where I come from? My place, I think I play thing there, my place. You understand what I say? And that now becomes the village. You see it? So that cause more side too. You see me? While the parents them can't see everything, you understand? The village as what we call it a see. The youths them go astray and encourage it, you see me? Rather than to denounce it. So and that's why the better. You see it? I'm not gonna say music make a man take up gun or make a man do things. But music glorify it after him do it. And then now, as you just say it, you know, the young youth is like a blank piece of paper. You see me? Him see the other youth, the bigger youths, them with the gun. And then him hear the things them with the other, with the music I say. I say, yeah, big up my dad, big up my shutter. You see me? And all them things there. So, and when me I try to say, I don't know about the next one. When me I try to say, I don't say music make a man kill a man. But music give the man validation, glorify it. You understand? And make the man feel a certain way. And show even the younger youth them say, yo, and the Dan had to run the place and the Dan I get the girls them and the Dan have the big bike and you understand? And music make man buy markets and music make man do things, you know, based upon the scamming, you know, big car and way. You see me? Yes, you have artists that sing about house before car and them thing there. You understand? But the hype not come around that. The hype come around the car is how the youth them portray when them play the music and when them they're on them friends. So that the youth them see. Because even in our video, I see the man them the beat rifle and thing. I be a little pitney there around them. I be a little pitney and scream and I laugh and I get excited in the background. You understand what I say? So, may I tell you, the violence and the gun and everything with the music and everything just come together. You understand? Everything play a part, you know. It may not seem that way there, but it play a part, brother. You see me? So the culture just gone. And next thing again, since I was really on the village topic, a few years back, you know, I'm there in Jamaica, you know, in my community, you know, Spanish town. The Dan, the big man, or whatever they want to call it. I don't really know the area still, but claim to say I keep treating for the kids. And you know what the man have the kids them I do, they get book and pencil and whatever man give out. Come on stage, come dance, dirty wine and them things there. Now if you look and I say then at that way the man decide to give the youth them, him now have no little quiz or them little thing there for the youth them, brother. A dance, look at them 6 year not about 6 year old, 7 year old, 10 year old, little picnic, to come on stage, come dance, brother. And keep Brethren, may I tell you, the village gone, brother. I remember say, people always talk about village, system, and them things like human being, operate these things, You understand? The system fail with. I remember say the same system where you talk say fail with, brother. And the same village, as same man and woman with did that school with you and me and everything, brother. Come build the system, Come up, come build a village, And people coming like them treat them thing there. The name system and the village like it's not a human being or it's not human being. Create become the system, or become the village, Isn't it? So we need to understand that government and all these things are people who come from the same society, We get bad mind and envy and badness and all these things, Make these systems, we are talking about, we cuss every day, You see me? Somebody, brother, father, sister, uncle, brother. You see me? Make these systems and these things, But sometimes I hear people talk, I have to wonder if them even remember, say, you see me? At the same community, the same village, the same thing, create these people, brother. So sometimes myself confused when you listen to people talk, but you have to remember, say, the system and the villages coming from people, just like me.
Big up yourself, Kingston. Interesting topic. I too grew in a period there, my G, I'm 48 years old. Grew in a period there where it took a village. But in those times, there were a number of factors that was different. The socialization was different. The politics was different. Jamaica moved from that to become very individualism, which is where they take on the American um, ideology of self. And then when social media came in, eventually, it further reinforced the whole individualistic concept. And then we move from that to becoming how we are. In terms of music, I don't think music make you take up a gun, but inspire. It inspire different youth, different people react. I can't say collectively music make a man take up a gun, but it does inspire people, meaning it reinforces. So for example, it don't make you bad. Something to make you bad if it wasn't in you before. But I can tell you how I feel when I feel a Dennis Brown or a Capital. It does have some emotional effect on you. Music is used in supermarkets to get customers to buy food and stuff that is a known concept in a psychology. Them use music in a supermarket in the UK to inspire people. So music does inspire you. It never you can't just we can't just randomly say it make you take up a gun. No, but it just reinforces what sometimes to some people, not collectively, it reinforces in people what is already there. So that's why you see man a bust them guns, so him done bad already, and that might give him a vibe. But me not think there's any scientific evidence to say it make him take up the gun. It inspire him and reinforce the thought that yes, him can go bust a shot and say. But as I say, it allow him to do it. Yeah, me agree with you that I don't think so either. But it is influential music. And it make a man justify the bad man things that him a do the right thing. So when a sick song come out and a man was already bad and him hear a certain music, it make him feel good, make him feel justified. Say yeah, this
In order to stop them something, we have to have good example. You see me? We have to have good law system. Right? Because the politicians them support the crime and them kill out the youth them. Support, give them the gun and then shoot them up, kill them. You see me? The leaders them and them so for obey the leaders them. We supposed to respect the police them. We supposed to respect the soldier them and them no different. And them no different. So everything we just literally we are slave in our own country, brother. We are literally just slave in our own country. We don't have no right for do nothing. Police can stop a car, my big man. Big 30 something year old man. You see me? A police stop your car. And because I'm in a uniform, him can pint up in your face, shout off fire and kick you and lick you and them something. Enough time me see out of my two eye them when police do that. Them all do woman that together. Me I tell you, we have good leaders and law system. Who no uphold with foolishness. You see me? Yeah.